All right. Okay. So, welcome everybody. I'm glad you're here. As you know, well, first of all, let me welcome Cindy. She's new with us. She just joined me 2 weeks. 2 weeks, Cindy, I think. And she is killing it. She already has her first 5 customers, and she just has to get one more to get her shopping spree. I'm so stoked because she is killing it. So, all right. So I always try to start with a little bit of a devotional, and so it has a quote and a scripture. And I found one that I haven't used before tonight, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this one's so good." Okay. So the quote is, "We have to get over thinking everything should be easy for us. Get rid of that statement. It's just too hard. Because nothing God leads us to do is too hard." And the scripture is Philippians 2:13. "For it is God who is effectively at work in you, both to will and to work for his good pleasure." And that's Philippians 2:13. I thought that was so good, because especially in the slower months, it can get so discouraging. And I'll be honest with you, I've been a little discouraged too. But the Lord always sends the right people at the right time, and I'm just so thankful. All right, so welcome everybody, and I wanted to go over just a few things. It's a very important Zoom because we're going to talk about compliance, and our company has compliance that makes sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do so we don't get in trouble with any kind of regulations. And so this week I received an email, and I know Jen received an email. I'm not sure if anybody else did. But I will say that some of the posts that were on post of the day will get sold out. So one of the posts that I put out there was something I got from someone else higher up in the ranks. It's been around a lot longer than me. And so it stopped it. So we're going to talk about that tonight. But I want to go over a few things before we talk about that. One is fall conference is coming up. And I'm so pumped because I've invited everybody to come to my house for fall conference. And so I'm super stoked. As you know, I've been in transition, and I've just been praying that this would work out, and it has. So I'm so excited. I live in Union, South Carolina, which is close to Spartanburg. It's between Columbia and Spartanburg. And so if you can come, I would love for you to come. It's September 24th and 25th. That's a Friday and a Saturday. And if you can't come because of work or whatnot, are we losing people? No? Okay. All right. I just want to make sure. If you can't come on Friday, but you could come like after work on Friday, that's totally fine too. We'll make it work. We are going to do everything we can to get everybody here. Can you guys hear me? You can? Okay. All right. Let me see. Okay. So you guys can hear me. I just want to make sure it's not me on my side. Okay. All right. So it says everything's on there. Okay, cool. So yeah, if you guys can come, it's Friday, and I don't know, we haven't seen a schedule yet. Last year, I think it started Friday around 3 or 4 o'clock. But if you can come after you get off work, come. Don't miss out because it's going to be so much fun. So Mel is going to be sending out an invite via Facebook. So it'll be under events and we can like talk about everything in that. So she's going to do that either tonight or tomorrow, I think. So if you know you can't come or you don't want to come or whatever, don't accept the invite because you're going to be seeing updates and that'll help us get a head count. Okay. But we are so excited. So corporate normally has a corporate conference in January, but since everything happened with COVID, we had another one. Was it the end of last year? I can't remember. All my dates are messed up because of everything that's been going on in my life, but it was January. Okay, so I don't know, like nobody has said anything about next January, but 2 years ago, they had it in Tampa before all the COVID stuff happened. And it was so much fun. We had a blast. And so anyways, it's virtual this year too. It was virtual in January. It's virtual this year. And so it's September 24th and 25th. Okay. One thing that I wanted to talk about before we start talking about compliance is in this business, there are several ways that you can make money, right? The main focus is to get new teammates and customers to buy from you, right? But there's a couple other ways that you can make money. All right. And that is right now, the company decided, hey, we're going to start giving out $100 bonuses. So I'm asking you tonight, I want you to put it in the chat. What would an extra $400 do for you this month? What would you do with that? Like my son turns 16 on the 19th. That would probably go towards what he wants. Like what is it? Put it in the chat. What is it, that $400, extra $400? New glasses. Pay off credit card. Savings. What about a trip to Union, South Carolina? Home improvement. Okay. Get ready for Christmas. Great idea. All right. So, savings. All right. Good. So I really want you to think about that because just Jen, you can come for 5 days if you want to. You might get bored in Union, South Carolina, but come on. But you can make $100 a week from Saturday evening to Friday. Is that right? I think that's right, because I think it switches over on Saturdays. And if you get 5 customers, you get $100 bonus within that time frame. So it starts over on Saturday. So like if you got 2 customers on Wednesday or 3 customers on Wednesday, then you would get a $20 bonus on the next Thursday. But if you got 5 before Saturday, then you would get $100. So don't stop working the business because they've given us this incentive just to work the business, just what we signed up to do, right? So that's the cool thing about this business. They are always looking to help us get more, which is so awesome because, I mean, what company do you know would just throw out the opportunity for you to get an extra $100 bonus? Like I know when I worked in the door business, I never got that kind of opportunity. Now the guys in the field did, they got the opportunity if they were safe or whatnot. I never, ever got that opportunity. So I just want to encourage you when the company starts doing stuff like this, jump on it because, it may not last forever. Like they're saying at this point, I think they're saying pick 2, pick 3 is going away and the bonuses will go away at the end of this month. So it's time to run. Everybody's going back to work, everybody's going back to school, and it's time to jump on it, because you're going to find that there are moms out there who need something to do while their kids are in school, who could use an extra $400 just for working the business, right? So the other thing I want to tell you is you can talk to somebody, like I'm talking to somebody right now, and they don't have the money to join. Okay. And so I'm giving them the opportunity to pre-sale samples ahead of time, because we get 7 samples, right? So you can either find 2 or 3 people to buy a sample from you, or if you can pay it up front before the next Thursday, then if you get your 5 customers, you get a $100 bonus, which will pay half of what it is to join right now, right? So you just have to be strategic and think about those kinds of things to make extra money, because you can. And then the other thing is selling samples outright. So you get the 7 samples, right? And they come in Skinny Brew or Sleepy Tea, and you can sell those when you first join to, friends and family. Have them all sent to you. And if you run into somebody at the grocery store that you haven't seen in a while or whatever, hey girl, you got to try this new coffee. Or if you talk to somebody and they're having a hard time sleeping at night, the Sleepy Tea is legit. Like, it's legit. And so don't be afraid to run in and sell those samples, because they can send you $20 for it, right? Because it's a 3-day pack. So don't ever hesitate about the fact that, oh, I'm not making any money. You just have to step forward a little bit more to get it, right? That money, the sample money, comes in to you right away. And then we also get a discount if we've used all 7. You get a discount. So we pay $8, but we get paid $20 for it. So you can still make cash off of it. All right. So I always ask about selling samples after someone does a host a post. If I don't ask them to join the business, then I ask them about a sample and if they want one. So that's some ways that you can make money fast. Okay. Especially if you get in a jam. All right. So moving on to compliance. All right. So email came out. It's about my wraps, and it says 9 to 12 months will look like a tummy tuck. Okay. It can look like a tummy. It's worded just right, but it can give you those kinds of results if you use them consistently. And using before and afters, you have to use before and afters that are corporate approved, even if they're your own. So if you don't have your before and after approved through corporate, then you need to do that. Okay. It's real easy. You can do it on the app, and there's a place for that. If you did one and it wasn't approved or something like that, resubmit. Try it different. Make sure you do what they ask you to do, because they're particular about it, because we don't want to give anyone the wrong idea. Okay. And I think that's really the biggest thing. We don't want to come across as a scam, or because we're not. We are seeing legit results from these products. But we do want them, because not just us, but people who get their hands on that corporate approved before and after are going to use that. And so you want to make sure that they're legit. Be careful with your wording. And a good tip for you to use for your wording is to go to the product information that's on every product on our website. There, you can also get to it on your website. Okay. And go to the product information and click on it, and it gives a description of each product. and you want to use that kind of description, but be creative. I couldn't think of the word. Be creative with it, because we don't want to all look the same either, right? So when we give post of the day, those are more for people who just started. So if you haven't ventured out and started making your own post, I encourage you to do that. Because the more authentic you are and the more you show your face holding a product or showing it in your hand, and they can see, because I've been showing my nails from using collagen, they can see that this is my hand, and use the gummies. You just got to be creative with it. Use your stories, do all the things. Okay. Original content. Give some examples. So, make sure. Yes, I have. Make sure that, like what I like to do is put a before and after in the comments, because if people see that somebody's commenting, then they normally go in and look at the comments to see who commented. Okay. And if they see a before and after, then they may rethink the fact of just scrolling on. Okay. So that's the majority of what I wanted to talk about tonight, because I want to have a time where you can ask me any questions about compliance. Let me check the chat. All right. So any product that you have on hand, use that with your face, because like not only is our company tracking us down about things because we want to make sure it's right, also Facebook will tag pictures and things. And so you want to make sure that you're being creative and authentic, because like if we all use the same picture and we don't change a filter on it or whatever, they will, Facebook will tag it, and then your algorithms are all messed up because certain people won't see your post when they're scrolling and that kind of thing. So there's all kinds of reasonings behind it. It's not the company being ugly or anything like that. They're doing their job. So does anybody have any questions about compliance?
Question.
Okay.
You said that with the compliance issues now, the new ones, they're so picky. Okay. When you're saying to do the before and after, you said that you do them in the comments, but don't we have to, so are they not requiring us to do the before and after in the post too? Because I'm a little unclear on what you're saying there.
Okay. So
like with the wraps specifically.
So for me, a lot of times I get better results from customers. If I was trying to find the email so I could give you a good, oh my gosh, my mom likes to call every time I'm on this call. Okay. Okay. What was I saying? Okay. So I'm getting better results if I put something on a Facebook colored background than I am with putting a picture up there. So I had some pictures of customers that I know or people in the business that I know who did a before and after for me or gave it to me to use. And they told me I had to take those down, even though they were a customer. They have to be corporate approved. So if you look at my page, you'll see I have some pictures that are before and afters now instead of the actual picture I used. So for me, I get better results if I use the colored background from Facebook, not like from somewhere else. I try both. And then I'll put a before and after in that comment. because you're not showing a picture. But if you want to show a picture like the wraps, then you have to use the before and after.
Okay.
Okay. And they did say that they are updating the app, the Connect app, for before and afters. So we should be
Oh,
able
so
to.
they're gonna put those on there?
Mhm.
Well, that'll be helpful.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's some on there, but there's not a lot. And they said they were going to be doing that. That was in my email.
I have a tip too
Mhm.
that I just recently learned, and I'm going to share it with you guys about before and afters, because I've submitted so many, especially with my cleanse results, because I've gotten 7 pounds in 3 days. Like, I was amazed. And I took pictures in corporate. I've submitted them at least 4 times, 4 or 5 times, and they always just denied them. The same ones I'll share every once in a while, and you guys will see a little glimpse of. But what I learned is you have to say, when there's a little box before you submit, and it's me, it says with diet and exercise, check that box off, because if you don't say with diet and exercise, won't really want to promote your pictures, because they want to promote also along with their products, diet and exercise. So, you see that box, even though you didn't do diet or exercise, just check that box anyway. You know what I'm talking about? When you submit your pictures, just check out, even if you took like hair, skin, and nails, yes, with diet and exercise. You know what I mean? Sleepy tea with diet and exercise. Like,
They
for real.
wouldn't go
Just do
together.
it. Just do it. I swear, I saw a thing about it, and it works. Just picky about it. Anyway, I'm dying to get my cleanse examples, but my husband, we're going to get him on the cleanse, and I'm going to try him next. So we'll see.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's all I have to say. Love you guys. I'm on mute.
So I want to just kind of read you what they wrote me today, because I didn't understand about hair, skin, and nails, and I was getting aggravated. And so this is what they responded, because I was like, I don't understand what's wrong with my hair, skin, and nails post. So they said on the hair post, it is not compliant as hair, skin, and nails. It's not compliant as hair, skin, and nails is designed and promoted for the growth of healthy hair, skin, and nails, not the length of a person's nails or hair. Meaning it might repair damaged hair into healthy looking hair. You could go from a dull, flat look to a shiny, healthy look while taking hair, skin, and nails. We do not promote hair, skin, and nails as a product that would rapidly grow out your hair. This post is making the claim that hair, skin, and nails will grow out your hair and fast. And this is a post that where we put the number, drop the number.
The mermaid. Yeah, the mermaid challenge.
Right. That I've been doing for 3 years.
But you know what? I've submitted a before and after from a customer of mine, and they denied it. But the only reason they denied it, and hers was a hair, skin, and nail. And hers, honestly, she said the reason, her eyelashes grew, but her hair, the condition of her hair was so much better. And the only difference, that the reason they wouldn't approve the post was the lighting, because one photo was taken inside and one was taken outside. So they said the pictures need to be in like similar lighting situations, or they won't approve them. And I never could get her to send me another photo outside like the original picture was to submit, because I wish she would have, because it would have been awesome. Because even on the indoor picture, you could tell so much that her hair was in such better condition, but I never could get her to send me the picture. But oh well.
Yeah. So we just have to be, real careful from now on about it. Just so that we know, like, if we have from the product information, if you use that to make a post, then you're doing good, because they can't say nothing because that's on their product information, right? And then just being strategic about like they re-looked at my page today and they didn't say anything about the one that I had about would you rather, the one that I gave y'all today for post of the day. So you know, you just got to be strategic. And then the other thing that I've noticed is a lot of other people are starting not to put so much product on their page, but in their stories. But they looked at my stories too. They even said that one of my IDS statements, the income disclosure statement, wasn't clear enough. So they're really cracking down. So just make sure that you, are looking and paying attention to all the things. It's better to be more personable. I haven't been personable since I've been on vacation, and then I normally go live on my stories on a daily. And if you can do that and talk about your products, you're doing good, because you're telling them, and they're not going to go back and look at your video and say something. The other thing is host a post. A lot of people just use personal post on their wall, and then they use product just for host post and on their stories. And I did notice that they're not going through and looking through my host a post. So host a post, you can, send a regular before and after, or one that's not. But I wouldn't even do that at this point. Let's see, what were you saying? I'm confused. How did you all of a sudden get all of this attention? I have no idea. They just picked me. And Jen got picked too, I think.
Yeah, they
Okay.
picked me too. So one of the ones that I was flabbergasted about was, you guys remember the one where we posted the girl with the pink, like yoga pants and the sports bra on? So that one got flagged for us, and I didn't quite understand that one, because to me those pictures were identical. So that one got flagged. And then I think
That's because it wasn't corporate approved.
yeah, so my whole thing is, and I talked to Melody last night and I said, oh my God, I just got this email saying corporate was looking at my book on my page. And so I said, am I in trouble? What, like, I've only been in the company 4 months, you guys, so I'm freaking out when I get this email. And she's like, just go through and take off everything that they told you. And I did. And then I messaged them back and I was like, my apologies. I have corrected the issues. And they messaged me back today and said, everything looks great and keep on going with your business. So,
Yep. It's not
and I
that
told Mel, I
they're-
said, one of the things that I'm going to be very specific on what I post is I'm taking a lot from Telegram now, and I'm not going to post just random stuff. I'm going to take my images and things from Telegram, because all that stuff has the corporate approved images in it. Mel says, as long as you have that box that's around it,
Mhm.
that's corporate approved. If it doesn't have the box around it, don't post it.
Yep. And it's not that they're telling you, like, spanking you on the hand that you did something wrong. It's just to help you, and it's to help your business, and it's to help their business.
Absolutely. It was educational today, and it
Mhm.
was educational for me. I didn't feel like I freaked out at first because I'm new and I didn't want them to say, okay, no more, you can't be in this anymore. I was more of a confusion thing for me, but after I looked into it and understood what they were saying, I totally understood it. But I appreciate them reaching out to me instead of just punishing me.
Yeah. It's not really a punishment. It's just fix it. You need to fix it. Yes, I would definitely go through your page and change the ones that aren't corporate approved, the pictures. So I had one from last April one. Yeah, it was about defining jail. I just ended up taking it down because who's going to scroll all the way back to there? You know, I just deleted it. But yeah, you want to make sure. I wouldn't go past June as far as pictures, because they didn't look back that far, just that one. And I don't know if they did. I don't know how they came up with that one. But anyways, that's kind of what I wanted to go over tonight. I know it kind of got a little gloom and doom. That is never, ever, ever my intent. I always like to have a good time. So if you're coming, if you know for a fact you're coming, put a 1 in the chat for fall conference. If you don't know, put a 2. I just want to know. Hey. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be so fun. All right. So we're just totally going to slumber party it up, like air mattresses and the whole 9 yards everywhere. So if you don't want to sleep on an air mattress, I only have a few beds. So if you don't want to sleep on an air mattress, then there is a hotel right up the road. But
Mel,
anyway,
don't forget, I'm gonna have to come early because of my drive.
yeah.
Okay. Is there
All
is
right.
there is there a bonus for the longest distance to get there?
Oh, maybe. We'll have to find out. You have to get here to find out.
Okay.
Yeah, no COVID. All right, you guys. Well, I appreciate you hopping on tonight. I hope that you found some value and some understanding about some things. If you ever have any questions, let me know. You know, I'm always available to help you. And I think she just took a picture and I look this horrible. Okay, so all right. Well, I appreciate you hopping on, and I hope you guys have a fantastic night. Don't forget, if you can hop on in the morning at 7:30, from 7:30 to 8:30, I'm gonna be doing power hour. Just because, let me just stop the recording for a second. If I can figure out how to do it.
We can't hear you now. And it still says